All right, folks, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. This is Dood Brewing. I'm Billy. Yeah, so today, no brewing today. We're going to be doing I'm going to take you back in time to when we dry hopped the Italian Pilsner. Then we're going to jump forward from that time, 4 days or so, and do some kegging of the Italian Pilsner, best friend's Italian Pilsner. And then we'll do today some tasting of the Italian Pilsner that I brewed with none other than Exit12 Homebrew Nick. Turned out great. Spoiler alert. It's pretty awesome. But also today, tremendously exciting extravaganza of awesomeness. I finally reached 100 subscribers. Crazy. I know it probably doesn't seem like much to a lot of you, but I never thought I'd have 100 people that cared to subscribe, but thank you for all of you that did. And if you haven't, go ahead and hit it now. Let's go for 200. Why not? But yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, special thanks to Andy from Four Priest Brewery. He gave me a big shout out. And of course, Exit12 Homebrew Nick. He's shouted me out a bunch of times. So if you came over from those guys, thanks. And if you found me first somehow, go ahead and give those guys a follow, subscribe, or whatever. I watch their channels religiously, so I like them. If you like this, then you'll probably like them better. But yeah, go check them out. And what else we got going? The brewery is currently a mess, so I'm probably just gonna straighten up today and drink. So you guys can go back in time and watch what I did with the dry hopping. The best friend's Italian Pilsner, dry hopped with 4 ounces of Yakima Valley hop, Citra hop hash. All right, folks, it's now time to dry hop the Italian Pilsner, aka West Coast Pilsner. Citra hop hash, courtesy of Exit12 Brewing's own Nick, the legend Lessigor. All right, so I've never dry hopped a lager, so here we go. This is my lager chamber, by the way. If you don't remember it from the Italian Pilsner, the Italian Pilsner Brew Day. A little CO2 shooting in there. Ooh, man, this hop hash smells good. All right, hop hash going in. Try and do this as fast as possible to limit the exposure. But doesn't seem to be going that quickly. There we go. Just like that. 4 ounces of Citra hop hash, dry hopped into the lager. All right, so let's talk a little bit about that exciting dry hopping action that you just watched. Awesome, right? I mean, I told you. So that's my lager chamber. Started off with an airlock in the chamber, so my thinking is that whole chamber is kind of blanketed with, CO2 from fermentation. After the active fermentation, I did switch it over to the cask breather, which is not emptying into the chamber, but I figured that CO2 is still laying in there. And you notice in the video that I did have CO2 actively, very lightly shooting into the top of the fermenter because I'm totally freaked out about oxygen getting into the mix. So that's what I did to try and fight that. I think I do a pretty good job with keeping oxygen out of the mix, but I mean, I don't believe that you can ever really, 100% get it out, but just do what you can. And I think every little bit helps. So now we're going to go on to waiting for my dogs to stop barking.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, and we're back from that brief intermission of dogs barking. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Nick, we're going to go to this exciting footage. First, I'm going to do a little time lapse. And then we have Nick zooming in for we had a little Zoom kegging session. I don't think it was necessarily first. It was probably during the time lapse too. But you'll see the time lapse first. Then we got Nick on Zoom. Still have my dogs barking in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. But also, we get into some tasting. But I think that was just on Nick's channel. So, go check his channel out for that. Or stay tuned for this because I'm going to do a little tasting. I'm going to pull a little sample and we're going to taste it today at the end of this episode. So enjoy this kegging action. right, people, we're currently kegging up the Best Friends Italian Pilsner. And looky what we got here on Zoom. The legend himself. At least his bottom half. There he is. Nick, the legend. Lesagore. Exit12 Homebrew. The main gist of all of this kegging sesh is going to be on his channel. So go check it out over there. All the dirt. I mean, we were really gossiping. So you're going to want to get over there and check that out. I'm going to continue kegging, and then we're probably going to do some drinking. So, all right, here we go, folks. The moment you've all been waiting for. The Best Friends Italian Pilsner. While you guys were out watching that exciting time lapse and kegging, I got a quick workout in. As you can tell, I'm much more swole right now than before. But Best Friend Pilsner, dry hopped, German Pilsner basically. Smells delicious, very citrus, orange, rind, very aromatic, delicious smelling. Let's go in for a taste. Look at it's nice and clear. Pretty clear. Clear enough for me. But let's go in for a taste. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Crisp, dry, just a hint of hoppiness, but not really. I mean, it's just really smooth, crisp. It just makes you want to keep drinking. Yeah, I mean, it's really nicely balanced. It's not as hoppy as it smells. Obviously, I mean, it's just a pilsner, but with that aroma, you really think you're gonna go in for like a pale ale or maybe a small IPA, but no, it just drinks like a lager or a pilsner. That's good. Good job, Nick, for coming up with the recipe. It was really fun brewing with Nick, and turned out really great. I think we're going to do another version of this, another hop hash, possibly mosaic or something. But this turned out really nice. So, once again, thank you for helping me reach 100 subscribers and more. I think I'm a little above that now. But thanks so much, Nick, Andy. Go check out those guys and everyone else that's helped spread the word. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Hey, I'm Nick from Exit12 Homebrew. Come check me out. Brewing on my Brewzilla like you read about.